Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It's week 35, and this is what our diggers have in store for us today. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply head on over to the Patreon page linked in the video description. Now without further ado, let's begin. First up, renderer dug up DOSGAMES / KIDGAMES / Connect. I'm gonna guess this is a Connect 4 clone. A com file even says Connect 4 on it. There's also a readme, readme.exe for whatever reason. I'm gonna turn the cycles down now, just looking at that 1988 date there. Anywho, let's run the readme just out of curiosity. PC Connect 4 is a fast assembly language version of the popular game Connect 4. Assembled using the A86 macro assembler, run on any PC or compatible, supports color and monochrome monitors. With a 7x6 board, I believe that is the standard size. Says if you find the program enjoyable and wish to keep it, please send a very reasonable $5 to register your copy, like a copy of the source code, then send $10 for print or $15 for the actual source on disk. And it was made by a guy called Jeff Harper. Alrighty then. And apparently phone numbers, program history. Okay. Let's see how it runs. Connect 4. By Jeff Harper using using non-standard characters. Neat effect. There's the registration info with some lighting effects in a sense. Okay, skill level. Doesn't really change much right now. I guess those keys are when you're actually in the game. How do you... Okay, there it goes. Okay, so let's do skill level 4. Put it in the middle. Don't mind the train running by. Okay, so you just push the 1 through 7 keys. That makes sense. Let's go here. And here. And here. That's definitely got to go here. And then here. Ah, damn it. Well, one thing's for sure, it goes really quick. It doesn't have a dropping animation, which is kind of disappointing, but at least it plays. Oh, he has a two-way. Damn it. So... I was never really that great at Connect 4. I'm not terrible, but I'm not great. This game is looking like it might end up being a draw at this rate. Maybe. Oh, I got him in a good spot here. Because, yeah, he was screwed either way there. Yeah, I actually won one. Because if you put it in the 6th column, then I would have been able to block his 6th column there. Okay, so that's a basic Connect 4 game. Yeah, not really too much to say about that. Works fine. Very simple controls, even though there's a lot of them, because you have to push the 1 through 7 keys, depending on where you want to drop it. There's no dropping animation, which, you know, it's not the deal breaker by any means. It makes the game go faster. So, like, look at that. That was 3 games in under 5 minutes. So, try playing the real Connect 4 that fast. See how well that goes. Especially when the pieces start getting stuck in the... Yeah, anybody who's played Connect 4 knows what I'm talking about there. But yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Next up, Matthew Belshon dug up DOSGAMES / PD1 / Crypt23. The only thing that comes to mind with the name like this is like Kryptonite or something like that, but it even says Crypto. Or Cryptos? I don't know. There's a README. Looks like it might be a little big. Yeah, it's a little big. Okay, it's called Cryptograms. And remember to upload them to our bulletin board, the Knowledge Transfer BBS. Bet that doesn't exist anymore. There's also apparently some other game called Acrostics? That's kind of hard to pronounce. To run the program, type crypto. You got it. Performing virus check on crypto? Okay, seriously, you cannot... There's a reason why virus checking software is its own independent thing and not built into stuff like this, because you can't rely on a first-party part of a program to be completely virus-free. No, you can't do that. But anywho, we got a game here called Crypto. We had a bit of a title sequence there. Instructions. How to play Crypto. In Crypto, a quotation is converted into a series of symbols. Only the letters of the alphabet and the dash, apostrophe, period, or question mark are allowed in the quotation. Purpose is to solve the cryptogram, but I should point out cryptogram should be spelled with a C, so they're trying to be extra cool with this one. Solve the cryptogram by assigning letters to the symbols in the table until the quotation's been reconstructed. Sounds pretty basic. So, again, made by a company called Intelligent Educational Software. Choose a cryptogram file. It's created by MG White. Contains 25 cryptograms. Okay, so these are just a bunch of names. In fact, a lot of president names here, from the looks of it. So, I don't know, let's choose this one. Okay. So I'm slightly confused by this. So what do I do? Do I hit... What do I do? Arrow keys or mouse to move the hilt. Highlight? The highlight? Highlight spelled like that. It looks like it's spelled Hility? Highlight is spelled H-I-G-H-L-I-G-H-T. Oh wait, did the helps... I had my eyes closed for a second while I was saying that. Does help screen seriously go away on its own? Okay, so I have to push the... So... Okay. I get you now. So this is like the cryptography sequence in Covert Action, which is a game I covered on Ancient DOSGAMES quite a number of years ago. But the idea is that well, in Covert Action what they did was they were simply mixed up all the letters, but it's the same basic idea, is that each letter now represents a different letter and you have to insert the correct letters in place. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's that one letter there is all by itself. Okay. Once again, another train passing by. I'm sorry, I live literally 150 meters away from train tracks, so there's not much I can do about that. I know it doesn't pick up on these recordings that well, but... Now, one of the tricks to these kind of cryptography things is trying to identify sort of word combinations that would make sense to you. Like, take a look at the dollar signs here, and you'll see that there's a double dollar sign in one particular spot. So that would suggest a word that has a double letter in it, and there's not many letters that can do that. So it could be a T, it could be an S, but you have to consider the other letters that are going to be affected like that too. Like if you look near the bottom, you'll see there's a three-letter word that ends with this same letter that can be used as a double letter. And then when you're trying to think of this stuff, just try different combinations, like try to make a word, and then try to make more words. Like, I mean, see, that's probably not "and" down at the bottom there, just from the simple fact that one of the words has to end in that A there, apparently. But I don't think there's really many words two-letter words that end with A, so it's probably not an A. So I think I'm making progress here. maybe. The only problem with this combination is that there's a 3-letter word that begins with U up there. And the other thing, too, is that there's a single letter word right here, but it doesn't make sense that this entire paragraph or whatever, or sentence, doesn't have any more A's or I's in it. And it's not going to be an E, an O, or a U, so I'm not sure what to make about that one. So I'm just sort of, you know, picking at this, trying to see if I can find some kind of combination that seems to create, you know, an effective means of figuring out what's up with this. The trick really is to lock in a couple words, as it were, by entering it, like trying different words combinations, and then figuring out, okay, this actually works. Now, how do I expand upon that? And the bigger the word you're able to lock in, the more obvious it starts to get, and then once you've got enough of it going, it's like, you get it so well. Another trick you can do is to try and find the most common letter, because it's almost certainly going to be an E. See, this one, there's 6 of them, which means it's most... Oh, there's also 6 here. So one of... Oh, and there's 6 there. So these are probably vowels. Not necessarily. So knowing that, O is the only vowel that tends to come up in a double. E can, as well as A, but not very often, and I and U virtually never. So, now it's also important to note that this particular one that I'm on right now has 2 two-letter words, one that starts with it and one that ends with it. So it's almost certainly not A. Almost certainly not I. In fact, this might not even be a vowel. Now, another good word to look for is the, because it almost inevitably shows up in any sort of paragraph. See, there's only 2 letters there, so the is almost certainly not that one. I think I'm onto something here. Because the first 2 words fit as every story, and it seems to be starting to make other words appear, like yours. So I definitely think I'm onto something here. Every story has 3 sides to it. Yours, something, and the something. I know. Yours, mine, and the facts. Oh, what, did I get the punctuation wrong here? Okay, I know I've got it right now, so how do I lock it in? Okay, I used the cheat feature to verify all these letters. All the cheat feature does is whatever letter you've got, if you hit the cheat key, it fills in the correct letter for that character. But yeah, I've got it all here now, so what happens next? Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything more to the program than that. You literally... It's not really a game in that sense then. Like, I mean, here I was thinking this was going to be a game of some sort, and it technically is, but there's no win condition. So you just go into your cryptograms, and you put your cryptogram together, but then that's it. Once you figure it out, the game just doesn't go anywhere further. So, yeah. It kind of makes the program feel incomplete in a way, but, I guess it works. It's just, I expected more of a game to this than just trying to figure stuff out just for the sake of figuring stuff out. Oh well. I guess if this is your kind of thing and you want to make some of your own puzzles like this, then, because it apparently does have a feature for doing that, then there you go. You got something for that, but I got a funny feeling there's better programs than this out there for doing this kind of thing. And to finish things off today, Dick DeYoung decided to dig up DOSGAMES /adventure/T20. Part of me thinks this is going to be like Terminator 2 or something like that, but probably not. We got a T0 thing. We got a very short register me. I can always type that out. It's also starting to rain outside, so the audio might not be as clear anymore. To a text adventure. Okay, so this is a text adventure, apparently, made by Dennis Cunningham. So, let's see if we can actually play this. You awake and become conscious of your cosmos. Okay. Wake from uneasy dreams since you're no longer on Easy Street. Maybe that's the way your dreams are going to be from now on. Exactly where you are becomes clear as you sort out the sounds. Count Zero handed you your walking papers and extracted your latchkey to the museum in exchange? Does he know you keep a spare hidden in a topiary? Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that you're sort of like somebody who does something at a museum. So curator at a museum or something. You're on the bed of a swiftly moving river. What the heck does that have to do with anything? You hear 6 nearby chimes ringing in the hour. Okay, so we know it's 6 a.m. Day 1. Present. Oh, present. So it looks like there might be time travel in this game. Look around. That descriptive term is not necessary here. Okay. Look at riverbed. This verb requires a preposition here? Really? Really? There's a river? What? Look at river? You're on the bed of a swiftly moving river, apparently. Help? Whoa. That's a lot of functions. Okay, so there's apparently an exits function. What? So we can travel north, northwest, southwest, up, or west. I'm curious, where does up go? You're on a gently sloping field of stones. Turns? Turns? What the heck's a turn? Swoop interminably in slow arcs across the sky. Apparently some kind of bird. The stones look as if they could be overturned. Overturn stone. You idly turn over a few stones, but are daunted by their sheer quantity and give up for the nonce. This game has some very unusual word choices. Oh, and I'm noticing the time's passing as I'm performing actions. And great, it's now raining, and there's a train passing by, so there's a lot of background noise. This audio quality is going to be terrible. Get stone. Seriously, game? Get the freaking stone. That word comes from nowhere. Okay, I like that error message. No, get stone. Seriously, that is not a good reason to not let the player take a stone. Where are my exits? That is so many exits. Like, I mean, the fact that it's giving you direction... See, and this is where it gets confusing, is that when you're doing sort of 8-directional movements, and, like, up and down, like, I mean, am I still on the same plane? Like, have I gone somewhere else? This kind of mapping is going to get really freaking confusing really fast. Let's go north. Either your vision is becoming nearsighted or this scene has all the pointillist charm of a Monet painting. A subdued green and violet background is punctuated by bright orange meadow poppies. They waft a fragrance which makes you slightly sleepy. Get poppy. The tenacious tendrils of the poppies contract and elude your grasp. In any case, as a former museum employee, you have reservations about despoiling anything on the museum's extensive grounds. This game has a very, very extensive vocabulary, apparently. At least in the writing. Let's go north again. Path wanders hither and thither, carefree and aimless, populated by stray meadow poppies, then with potholes. North again. You decide to stick to the path. Exits. Northwest. Meadow flowers thin out as the path approaches a cliff with a viewpoint over the river to the northeast. Northwest. Northeast now. This lookout point is nestled on the edge of a cliff overlooking a canyon. The glorious view it affords includes glimpses of mysterious sparklings from an opposite ledge. Protective guardrail is all that separates you from a precipitous drop to a deep chasm below. There is a sign here. Read sign. Sign reads Lover's Leap. Why am I not surprised at that name? Leap. This is not the right year for wild leaping about. Jump? There is no reason to be jumpy. Shut up. What is the object of your action? Okay then. Northeast. The guardrail effectively stops your fatal fall. Get guardrail. You decide that the guardrail is a necessary precaution and let it be. Kick guardrail. Slaying inanimate objects amounts to vandalism. Okay, I have to admit that despite the fact that this game is getting on my nerves, it has a very interesting way of dealing with all these different potentials here. Wow, it's even thunderstorming out now. So I'm just gonna stop here. This game looks like it has a ton of depth to it, but because of that, it's going to take a long time to actually get anywhere to see just where this goes or anything. I am noticing that it is tracking time, and it's also tracking... It also says present up there, which makes me think that this game is going to have like different worlds or different time periods or stuff like that. So there could be quite a lot to this. So let's just see if protagonist could prove to be a valuable ally. Right. Yes, really quit. 365 points. So, yeah, this game looks like it's pretty big. So, oh well. If text adventures are your thing, this looks like it might actually be pretty interesting, but that has a really massive map from the look of it that has bizarre directions going on. So I'd say you'd really want to draw your own map out while playing this. But other than that, I guess nothing too wrong with it. It definitely has a lot of interesting word choices, so be prepared for that if you decide to try this one out.